much.
Okay. Yep.
Amazing. Okay, let me just put this. Go. So we're going to be a nice small group. There's going to be 6 of us plus me, and I am coming along on the trip, and I'm very excited. I get to
Oh,
meet
great. Yeah.
in person
Yeah.
in Vietnam.
Yeah. That's good. That'll be good.
So, and we've got Shona, of course, as well. So there'll be 7 of
Yes.
us on the trip, which I think is
Okay.
really nice.
Yes.
So I'm very much looking forward to that. So before we kick off, maybe if we just say very quick, hello, your name, even though we can see what your
Yeah.
name is, and
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
where you are, like where you're based. Suze, do you want to kick us off?
Hey, I'm Sue and I'm in Ivanhoe. And sorry, I do have a cold.
Oh, so Ivanhoe in Melbourne. Lovely.
Yeah.
Great to have you, Suze. And I will just say to Suze that Suze just came back from Sri Lanka last week. So she is backing it up with another trip, which I'm very excited about. I hope we didn't flood your Instagram and Facebook feeds with lots of photos.
No.
I hope I didn't flood everyone's.
Annette, would you like to go next?
Yep. I'm Annette, and I'm in Perth, in Mosman Park.
Lovely.
So we're from
Great to have you,
Perth.
Annette.
Yeah. Boiling hot here today, and my air conditioner's just blowing up.
Oh,
I'm not impressed.
no. Well,
Anyway.
hopefully
Yeah.
it is the end of summer, but still
It
Perth
is. Yeah.
has a habit
Yeah.
of staying.
Yeah. Perth. Yeah. We've got some really hot weather this week. Yeah. Anyway, not to worry. Yep. You there? Oh, you've gone.
Yep.
You there?
No, I'm here. I can hear you. All right.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yep. That's all right. Yep. That's all right. Yeah. Yep.
Kath, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Perfectly. Yep.
Perfect. I'm Kath and I'm from Hervey Bay.
Lovely.
Oh, okay.
Part of the world.
Yes.
And Cheryl.
Yep, I'm Cheryl and I'm also from Hervey Bay.
Oh,
okay.
And similar to Suze, I just got back from Africa a couple of days ago. So it's all happening. So, yeah.
amazing. Oh, that's so exciting. And you know what? I've done the worst thing. There is someone else on our trip, Anne, and she's not here. So let me
Well, I
just...
figured, there must have been one more.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've totally miscounted. So Anne is not here, but that's okay. I haven't heard from her, so I will just send her the recording and
Yep.
hopefully she will
Okay.
be able to
Yep.
get in touch if she's got any questions.
Yep.
So yes, 7, obviously.
Okay. 5, 6, 7. Yep.
So what I normally like to do is, it's great to have these little catch-ups on Zoom before we go, give us a few weeks before the trip starts, just in case there's any last minute kind of things that crop up. Particularly good for Vietnam trips because it's just a nice reminder to get our visas organized if you haven't already.
Yep.
Oh, here's Anne. Oh, perfect. So yeah, visas is one of those things. And you guys are you all organized already with your visas? Probably I'm the no, Suze. You do need probably just at least 5 business days or so, even 7, just to give yourself a bit of a buffer.
Yeah.
I'd probably
Just made a note.
this week if you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Hi, Anne.
Hello.
We have started, but you haven't missed everything, but everyone's just said hi and where they're based. So I will just quickly, there you are, Anne. Nice to meet you.
I know. I logged out of Zoom ages ago and then I had to go back in and reinstall it. I was
Don't
on
worry.
at 7, but anyway, that's all right.
That happened to me.
Yeah.
I will just quickly, we've got Cheryl and Kath who are here from Hervey Bay. Annette is based in Perth and her friend Shona is also joining the trip as well.
Yes.
Is in Melbourne. And Anne, where are you based?
I'm in Brisbane.
In Brizzy. Oh,
yeah.
I
Yes.
when this happens.
Yes. Yeah, I'm in Brizzy.
Have it a bit mixed up.
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, it's going to be the 7 of us on the trip, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing you all in person in a few weeks' time.
So you're going too, Penny?
I am coming to.
I didn't think you were going.
Yes, I wasn't going to, and then I got convinced to come. So I'm very excited. So
there's another 2.
Well, just me and Shona. So Shona can't come.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
So we were just saying visas is one of those things that especially for a Vietnam trip, we kind of need to do that, give ourselves a couple of weeks buffer. So if you haven't done your application for your online visa, I'd probably get onto that this week if
Got
you
mine.
good. So it's
Yeah.
25 US dollars. And if you need a hand or you need the link, you can get the link on the booking trip portal as well. So that detail's there for you if you need to grab it. I know that some of you have booked the night before the trip begins, which is great. So I think Suze, Annette, and Shona are coming in on the 15th.
Yep.
So for all the airport transfers, all you need to look out for is the Pip and Co travel sign and your name as well. Sometimes it's initial first name, sometimes it's, the full name. But just look out for that, and then you'll be taken straight to the hotel, which is lovely. And Kath, Cheryl, and myself are arriving on the 16th. So likewise for us, we'll have the same process, and then we'll get stuck into everything on that day, which is
Yes, I arrived the 16th.
was that you, Anne?
Yes, I arrived the 16th. Yeah.
Yes, I've got that down. Yeah, so that's all good. So there's just a couple of you, like Annette and Shona, you're on the same flights, and Kath and
Yes.
Cheryl. So you guys obviously picked up together. The rest are on different flights, so that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Somebody will be there to meet us no matter what flight we're on.
Exactly. And one thing I did want to check, was there anyone else that had any dietary requirements they hadn't let me know as yet?
No, none from Shona and
No.
me. No.
No.
I just wrote it on the form just before. I'm allergic to
Perfect. Thanks,
salmon.
Cheryl.
But yeah, I won't eat it anyway if it's there, so it's fine.
Perfect, easy. Oh, that's great. Thank you for doing that. And what else do I need to talk about? So we are in Vietnam. We are using the currency Vietnamese dong, and I don't know, you've probably traveled to countries where the currency is extremely large, so we're going to be walking around with wads of money.
Yeah.
It's big. The exchange rate today, when I checked it, was 1 Aussie dollar to about 18,600 Vietnamese dong, and 1 US is about 26,000. So you could probably just round up to 20,000, and that would be a nice, safe amount to kind of convert in your head. Because 18.6 is a bit tricky unless you're using an app all the time to do conversion. So that's just nice to keep in your head, like when you're, thinking about how much things might cost. But,
So you think 20,000 dong will be enough?
well,
Penny?
1 Aussie
no.
dollar
Yeah,
is
you'd
20,000.
take 20,000. So you need a hell of a lot of dong. But
Exactly.
also
Yeah.
you'll be able to get US dollars out there.
Yeah, you can. You can take US dollars for sure, because you can do currency exchange. Some places will accept US dollars for payment, but I would recommend having local currency for all your purchases,
Okay.
especially when you're buying things like coffees or juices or in
Yeah.
the market. Having 20, 50, 100,000 dong ready to go is probably the best way to do it. So you can go to the ATM at the airport when you arrive, or when you're at the hotel. There'll be one nearby, and I can probably mark it on a map for you anyway. But depending on what bank you're with, there'll obviously be a limit of how much you can withdraw. But I'd probably get out, a couple $100 Aussie worth.
Yeah.
Would be a nice amount just to have for those extra drinks and snacks and meals.
Do most places take credit cards or debit cards if need
Yeah,
be?
it's the same
A
thing.
lot of the kind of nicer kind of cafes and restaurants do. And likewise, if you're, going to get a spa treatment or buy something in a nice kind of shop, you could use your card. But for kind of everyday drinks and snack purchases, you will need cash.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was told that you could use US dollars, and so I put US dollars onto my travel card,
Yep.
that I've got. Yes. So
You-
you'll be able to get US dollars out there, no worries,
Yeah, and you
at
can
an ATM and use that US dollars.
still use your US dollars for sure. So say for example you decide to get a massage
Yeah.
and it's 30 US. That's the type of place or time I think using US dollars would be nice and easy. Um, and especially if some of those hotels will quote in US dollars to make it easier for people to kind of understand how much it is.
Mm.
So you can definitely still use US dollars. I just like to use local currency because I feel like I'm getting a better deal. That's all.
Oh, yeah, well, probably, yes. Yeah, but I don't think you can put Vietnam dong though onto a card, can you?
Well, you might not be able to, but what you can do, depending on what kind of card you've got, if you've got a debit card, you can use that at the ATM and withdraw Vietnamese dong.
Oh, okay, all right.
You'll just need to be aware of
The exchange rate.
fees. Yeah. So I use a card called a Wise card.
I've heard of them.
So it's just slightly lower fees, slightly better currency conversion. I mean, that's what they say. I mean, I'd like to hope it's true, but I haven't really done a fine kind of comparison. And so I just put, my Aussie dollar amount on that card, and then in the country, I just have select what currency.
Yeah.
So
So
how much do you think we'll need for just for the basics, like the food and things like that?
So we have got, so every breakfast is included. There's 5 lunches and 3 dinners. So, there's quite a few meals included. So in terms of food, there will be a few meals you'll need to budget for. It comes down to things like how much shopping and how much you purchase through the trip. Drinks can add up as well. So especially if you're having cocktails and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
That. Spa treatments. So look, it's hard to know, but I have, a coffee, let's say, is, between 30 and 60,000. So that's, $1.50 to $3, depending, what kind of, kind of place it is. Like a bowl of noodles, 40 to 70. So that's, $2 to $3.50 if I'm doing my maths.
Cheap,
Yeah.
cheap.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
food and drinks, if you're eating local and basic, are very, very well priced. It's just those extra things that, can crop up if, you buy a nice linen shirt somewhere that's, 30
Yeah.
bucks or something. But I mean, that's the type of thing technically you would probably be able to put on your card anyway.
Yeah.
So
Now, if you've got Australian dollars on a card, you can convert that to the dong at the ATMs.
exactly.
Yeah.
So say
You
you're
don't need, because somebody told me I had to have US dollars, but no, I can have Australian dollars
yeah, so just
and
like
that will
go to
convert.
the
That's all
ATM
right.
here, you would, in your head before you get to the ATM, do the conversion and say, so I want to get $200 Australian out. I don't know
Mhm.
if you've used the XE app before, but you can use that to convert it. You can also convert on a
On your
cash
phone.
app
Yeah.
on your phone,
On your phone, you can do it
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
which is really easy
Yeah.
and awesome. And you know what? Someone only showed me that like a couple of months ago. I'm like, how? No.
Yeah, it's good.
So 200 Aussie dollars is 3,700 and let's say 40,000.
Yeah.
So in your head you go, okay, and you type in 3,700,000 and that gets you almost $200.
200 Aussie dollars. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you put that in and that's what, yeah.
And that's
That'll
what
be all right. Yeah.
yeah.
Is it okay to take, if you've got some Australian dollars, you can obviously change it, add a money changer, can you, if you've got Australian dollars?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Aussie dollars aren't as preferred as US, but
US, yeah, okay.
you can
Oh,
add
was it really? Oh, well, that's good to know.
yeah, so you'll be able to change your US dollars really easily.
Okay,
And Aussie
So
dollars you can still change as well.
okay. So US dollars is easy to change, yeah, if I've got cash. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that's
A little
good.
bit.
The other thing we will need cash for is what I normally suggest and what has worked really well in groups in the past is that we do a kitty for
Yeah.
tips.
Yeah.
Yep.
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 So I will work it out, in finer detail, but in my notes, I've just put approximately the equivalent of US $30 per person. And so that we use as a group, we put all the money in a pot, and then we don't
Yeah.
have to worry about any tips for any of our additional guides, drivers, hotels, restaurants,
Yep.
anything.
Okay. Yep, that's good.
Did
Okay.
you say $30 a day?
No,
US $30 a
$30
day.
for the trip. So I
Oh,
will,
the whole thing. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
so I'll work that out what it's going
Yeah.
to be in dong, because we will
Yeah.
need to have it in local currency.
Yeah.
And then the tip for the guide, our main guide, who's a woman called Fung. I might just write that down so you can see how it's spelled. That will be separate and at the end, and that's more at your discretion. And I will give
Yeah.
you like a, what do I call it? Like a guide
The
of
guide. Yeah.
Yeah.
what an appropriate tip would be
Yeah.
per person, and it's like a band, and you can go, okay, well, she was
Yes.
so I'll give you
Yeah.
this much, or she was average, I'm going to give it.
Yeah.
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 So that's another thing to keep in mind for cash, but I will let you know.
Okay. What we need. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Talking about phones, so you can get an eSIM really easily. So I don't know if, obviously, if you've traveled recently, you've probably used eSIMs before. They're kind of a new-ish invention, really, and they're very easy and awesome. But you only get data when you have an eSIM. So if you want to make calls home, you need to use, WhatsApp or Facebook to make calls. But it's nice and cheap way to stay connected while you're traveling. Of course, if you don't want to be connected, you can still use Wi-Fi wherever you go as well. One of the things that we use to keep in touch before we go, and also especially just confirming, flight details, or we're meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning. Don't forget your water bottle and your sun hat, or, just
Yeah.
general kind of things, is we'll have a WhatsApp group for us.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and it's really easy. It worked well in Sri Lanka, didn't it, Suze?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still working.
Oh, yeah, it's still really and it is a really nice way to stay connected with people when you get home as well.
So what did Suze go on?
Suze is just back from Sri Lanka.
Oh,
So
you went on the Sri Lanka one too.
Yes,
Oh,
I did.
interesting.
It was
Yeah.
lovely.
And your friend from Melbourne, that is going on this, did she go too?
so
Did you say you've got a friend from Melbourne?
it's
No.
Annette's friend that's coming. Annette's
Oh.
in Perth. Yep.
Oh, in Perth. Yes. Okay. Yes.
And we didn't go to Sri Lanka, no.
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 Okay.
So I will set that WhatsApp group up in the next, well, probably not really till, the week or two before we go.
Yeah.
But just so we've got that. And good too for keeping track of flight arrivals as well.
Yeah.
Any changes
If there's
that
any
may
changes.
may not happen. Yeah.
Mhm.
eSIM. So I use one called Airalo. So if you would like I've got a $5 code that I can share with you, so I can send that through to you as well. I found them to be great. There's lots of different companies though, so you can choose one that works for you.
Do you buy that when you get to Vietnam?
You buy it here, and then it kind of sits on your phone, and then when you land, you kind of install it, and it just works. I'm not like a super technical person, but
So you don't have to take the SIM card out of your phone
you
and
know,
put another one in.
and it's
No.
it's the beauty of it. There's no SIM card changes. You
No.
keep your
Okay.
number.
Yeah.
If you're ever doing anything and you need a, verification or a code,
Yeah.
it still works, which is great. But I can always help you set that up if it's not playing nicely for you. But in Sri Lanka, it was super, super smooth with everyone's connection. So that was great.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
talking about phones again is one thing you might find handy. I don't have it with me tonight, but I use like a phone lanyard. So it kind of connects to the back of my phone and then goes around my neck. And just you might find that handy.
Oh, Susie's got her there.
Oh, have you
I've
got-
actually got a
Yeah.
case as well connected, so it really does work.
Yeah.
you feel a bit more secure, particularly when you're in busy streets and, there is always a risk of theft. So it's nice to have it close to your body and it's a good way to, not lose your phone as well. Likewise, like a nice crossbody handbag or something where you can keep everything nice and close to you. Definitely bring a drink bottle so you can refill at refilling stations. Those pesky, little plastic bottles mount up very quickly if if we don't have our own drink bottles. But it's nice that we can get them filled up at hotels and things like that. Because
So you can fill up with their water. I thought you were meant to drink their water and you had to buy bottled water all the time.
You can't drink the water from the tap, but the great thing about hotels, a lot of hotels and cafes now, is they've got filtered water
Oh,
ready.
okay.
So usually
So bring a drink bottle. Yeah.
definitely bring a drink bottle. Yeah.
Okay.
Sanitizer, wipes, anything that's going to keep your hands clean as you go, particularly if we're, stopping for drinks and street food. I think it's always nice to have some sanitizer just to make sure we're not, touching stuff that's going to get in
Yeah.
our tummies.
Mm.
Hat and sunscreen, definitely. Bathers, definitely. It's going to be hot. Well, it's going to be warm to hot, I would say. It's not like the hottest time of the year to be in Vietnam. So, Hanoi is probably going to be mid to late 20s. And it will feel a bit hotter in the center when we're in Hoi An as well.
Mhm.
But it's much more pleasant than it is when, in the middle of the year, July, August. It's pretty hot.
Excuse me.
Yes.
No, that's all right. I was just sneezed. I said,
Oh, did
excuse
you?
me, 'cause
Sorry,
I
sorry,
sneezed.
sorry.
Sorry.
I've got two little kids that have snuck out into my office and they're sitting down here, so I'm trying to like whack them under the desk, but they're not budging. So
Penny, do we need any
There they are.
do we need any temple socks?
no temple socks. Yeah,
No
great.
temple socks.
Oh, Suze, you should explain what a temple
What a
sock.
All
temple
right.
socks.
Temple socks are just old socks that you don't mind getting really dirty and muddy and grubby, because you have to walk around really, really hot stone
Heat,
temple
yeah.
floors. And everybody in those countries is used to walking on barefoot around them, but we wear socks. And of course, they get so grubby, you can't really wash them again. So they're old socks that you're happy to wear and then throw away.
Throw away. Mm.
Hello,
But we don't need them.
we don't need them by the sound of it.
But
No.
we will. I'm just trying to think. We definitely need to take our shoes off. I definitely can think of one place where we will, but it's indoors, so we don't have the heat as the problem. And also, it's much cleaner because it's kind of, it's undercover and stuff.
Covered,
Sri Lanka,
yeah.
it was very exposed. It was very hot, very
Yes.
dusty.
Two of them were very open.
Bare feet will be fine, but if you happen to be wearing socks on that day, that is also fine. They won't get too filthy, hopefully.
No, hotels in Sri Lanka at least got one pair of socks, my roomie's socks, very, very clean.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh.
what they do over there, but they're really good at getting dirty things clean.
And you will be able to get washing done really easily in Vietnam too, which is a bonus, particularly when it is warm and a bit humid. It's nice to be able to, get your laundry done for $10 and go, okay, I can deal with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Something I didn't bring out with me, and I have them in my bedside table, is the adapter plugs. So there's two kind of versions in Vietnam. One is the two round pins, which I think is a European, like a French style one, and the other are two flat pins, similar to what we have in Australia without the third point. So generally, if we're in a hotel room, they will have both options. I'm just seeing if my little Lonely Planet has a picture of them. But if you run into strife, you may even have one of those universal adapters, which would be handy as well.
I've got one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're good to bring. Otherwise, you can buy adapters from Bunnings really cheaply. It's not a very good photo, but there is.
So just sum up.
Oh, those
okay.
ones.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 round ones. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Two
two round or two flat.
Or
They're-
two
Yeah.
flat.
and
Yeah.
I think
Or
they're
two
called
flat.
type A and type C or something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely just double check that you've got, at least one of those options with you. Otherwise, hotels are generally pretty good and they have spare ones too, which is good. I always pack like a few little kind of first aidy things, painkillers, sunscreen, lip balm, bring some insect repellent as well. And if you get motion sickness, maybe pack some tablets that you would take for that. Sanitizer or wipes. Another thing that I always bring and mostly don't need to use, which is good, is rehydration sachets,
yeah.
Hydrolyte, Gastrolite. It's
Like
great.
hydrolyte or something,
Yeah.
those sort of things. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's great if you're feeling just, not 100%. Also great if you feel super like you've had a big sweat session and need to replace all that stuff. Yeah, so definitely bring some of those. Some people like to take, GastroStop or something like that in case they have an upset stomach. That could be worth packing as well. Generally, I find Vietnam pretty good in terms of food, hygiene and everything like that. So, touch wood, we all coast through beautifully, like we have in the past, but you just never know that if there's going to be something that might not agree.
Yeah. Yes.
So there's a few little kind of packing things. Any kind of luggage works beautifully, a little wheelie case. I always bring a backpack as well, just handy to have some sort of bag that you can use for during the day where you might have your drink bottle, hat, sunscreen, maybe some snacks if you want to have snacks with you, and anything else you might need. If your handbag is on the small side, sometimes it's nice to have a backpack as well. What else? I have on the booking system got a couple of little, and I think most of you have actually filled this in, but there's just a section for an emergency contact, and there is a section for travel insurance.
Yeah.
So normally I just get like the front page of whatever policy you've bought. So it's got the company you've bought through, the policy number, and their contact number. Just in the worst case scenario, if you are not able to call them, we've got that on hand. It's never happened before, but it's nice to have just in case. So if you're able,
just email that to you.
you can email that, Anne, or you can upload it onto the system. Either way.
Yeah. Okay.
Emergency contact person. Dietary requirements, we're all good. Visa, I think we're all sorted. Passport details are all done. Yeah, so they're the main little tasks which we needed to do. And I have raced through all that. And I know Sue's messaged me yesterday with a couple of questions about it was about the Hoi An section, wasn't it? So it was about the bike ride day. And so I think it's day 7 or day 8 in Hoi An, there's a morning outing bike riding through some of the villages, and it's a really, really lovely day. And I'm not a very good bike rider at all.
Yep.
And I through it. But it's super flat and there's about 300 meters on the road. Then after that, it's on well, they're not tracks because they're paved, but they're very kind of small roads, and there's no traffic, so that makes it very kind of nice.
Yeah.
Lots of stops at different homes to, see different kind of farms and artisans and trying different things. So for the non-bike riders, there is an e-bike option, so it's still a bike, but it's an e-bike. Which I'm like, oh, I wish I'd known about that last time because I would have struggled less if I was on an e-bike. And then the other option is the back of a motorbike. So just a scooter, so not like a proper motorbike, but just one of those 100 kind of cc kind of options. Nice flat.
But does that cover your insurance cover that? I don't know.
It does. So you
It
need
does.
a helmet,
Yes.
and the person riding the motorbike has to have a license.
That's the license.
They
Yeah.
all- yeah. If you're not 100% sure, you can double check, but in most of the PDS insurance things I've read, that is perfectly fine. No driving the motorbikes yourself, and no skipping the helmet. Yeah. So I don't know, Suze, whether the motorbike option's going to work, but it could be a good option. I don't know. What do you think?
It could. It sounds good.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lovely morning. It sounds just like that day we did in Sri Lanka. We went to the village and everything. That was great. That was one of the best things we
One
did.
of the highlights, wasn't it? Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. That's not a problem. Unless we can find a tricycle, then I'm right.
A tricycle.
So
Hey,
you don't
I
want
see
to
a lady riding
don't
an
wanna ride?
e-tricycle in the morning.
An e-tricycle. Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds fun.
looks heavy, but she perseveres. She powers up Burke Road.
So no need to decide now, but have a think and just message me if you would like to look at an option that's not bike riding. And the
How
e-bike.
far is it that you have to ride?
Kilometre-wise, it's not far. It's probably only about 5 or 6 Ks.
Yeah.
And so over the morning, I don't know how long, but maybe 3 to 4 hours out. But a lot of that is stopping and doing stuff. So yeah, have a
My
think.
family said, Mum, you're not bike riding. No, we've done that in Vietnam. If you fall off, well then blah, 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 no. So you're not going to be able to bike.
There is the risk of that, isn't there? I know. Families are probably more worried about
families, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I don't know.
Yeah, look, we don't have to decide yet. So
No.
just think about it, and once the WhatsApp group's up and running, I will just check in about that and we can have another chat about it. But just good to know that there's an option. And I think, the motorbike could be a good option because then you're just, safely ferried from place to place.
Yes. What about those bikes that they drive around where you sit in the back and the person's in the front? They don't do them. Like a rickshaw thing, but it's not a rickshaw. What's it called? No,
Cyclo. Yep.
Yeah, what are they called?
Cyclo.
Yeah.
They do have them, but I think it would be too far and too slow for that.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that you will see a lot of cyclos in the old town of Hoi An because traffic is not permitted in the old town, which makes it really lovely for walking around. But the cyclos do go in there. We don't go on a cyclo trip in the old town, but it could be something that you might like to do on your free day if you want to.
Yeah.
So yeah, just keep that in mind. But yeah, they do still exist for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Well, all right. The bike ride, that's going to be, yes, interesting.
There is the exploration of Hue as well on the motorbikes too. Let me just see if I've got that proper date. That one, it's the 20th. Yeah, so that's day 5. So Hue is in the center of Vietnam. Beautiful old historic, the old imperial city capital of Vietnam. and it's just a really nice way to see all kind of the sights and the temples. So we will be going on the back of a motorbike that day too. If you would prefer not to, there is an option to go in a taxi as well. So we can decide that closer to the time as well.
Okay.
That's on day 5.
I'd definitely go on the back of a motorbike. It's just that I know my family, Mom, you're not going on the back of a motorbike. You're not riding a bike.
Do you know what the best thing is to tell them after the fact?
Afterwards, yes, I know.
Yeah.
And they'll take a pig fit. But anyway.
Send them the photos and say,
oh God, yes.
But
also too, it's the insurance, whether that, whether you're covered. But as you say, if you're a pillion, you think that that's all right.
You are covered if you're on the back of a motorbike, as long as the person's got a license and you've got a helmet on.
And you've got a helmet on.
You've got a helmet on. Yeah, you're covered. It's only if you're the driver of the bike and haven't got a license, then it doesn't cover you. Yeah. Or the person that's in front hasn't got a license. It's not covered. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I just read that all today, so I know that.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. That's good. So look, does anyone have any questions about the trip, the itinerary, packing?
No.
I'm seeing my doctor next week. What vaccinations would you recommend?
Well, it'd be good to see what your doctor suggests, but I would just make sure you're up to date with all the general things, like all your hepatitis, tetanus, measles, polio. There's been a bit of measles happening.
Do you need typhoid?
I have had typhoid, but not recently. So they may suggest it. And just, we're a bit early for our flu season, but if you've had...
I think she said they might have the flu injection. I'm going next week, I think, yes. And she said she'd give me a flu injection at the same time. Just,
I was going to say, if you're there, you might as well get it all done.
But I just didn't know what you recommended, what injections.
Yeah, look, nothing out of the ordinary, so to speak. Like you don't need to have rabies or yellow fever or anything like that. There's another one, Japanese encephalitis. I've had that one before, but that's not recommended.
No.
So
the hepatitis and the flu, and I don't know whether she'll say typhoid. I don't know.
Yeah, and just check your measles as well. That would be the other thing. I'm sure
measles. I have no idea.
Be across that too.
Yeah.
But you'll be covered. It's just whether or not you have to have a booster, I suppose. Everyone's got different.
I know I've had tetanus not long ago, but anyway, okay.
But good to see what she says about that.
Penny, something a little bit more frivolous. Fridges and hairdryers in the hotels.
Hairdryers, yes.
I like that, sir. Yes.
Well, we checked last time. We just
let me think.
That takes a lot out of your luggage.
Run through my head. The one place that I'm not sure if there's going to be a fridge is the one night we're on Halong Bay.
Oh, that's all right. One night's not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's only one night. Yeah, I know why you're thinking.
I survived Sri Lanka with 2 nights, so that's fine.
Yeah. Worst case, you can ask for access to the kitchen.
Yeah, that's true.
And when you go on that cruise on Halong Bay, can you take your suitcase with you, or do you only have to take a backpack, or what?
No, you take your main luggage with you. Yeah.
You take it with you. Yeah. And just the, sort of in between size, not huge, but not a carry-on suitcase. That's okay.
I normally take like kind of a small to medium kind of wheelie bag.
Yeah.
Technically it would be a cabin size, I think, but I usually pack it so full that it's kind of bulging.
Yeah.
But I always check my bagging because I can't be bothered carrying it around during the airport during the...
Oh, well, I will too. But I just thought instead of taking just a carry-on suitcase, if you take... I've got a bigger one, which is sort of medium.
Yep.
But I just wondered on the boat whether you were able to take that size suitcase on.
Yep. Don't worry too much about the size of the suitcase. There was... you will have help at the airport, and you'll have help at all the check-ins at the hotels. So you won't have to lug it too much. I mean, ideally, be able to carry it a little bit upstairs or, wheel it around a bit. But yeah, there's always people to help with the bag. On the 21st, I think it is on day 6, we are taking the train from along the coast. So that is from Hue, which is the imperial city of Penang, so the main kind of city in Vietnam. And so it's only, I think, 3-ish hours on the train, but it is a local train. So what we're doing with our luggage that day, just so we're not like putting it into the train and having to deal with it, is that our bags will go in the minibus.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So we will only need
Goodness.
like our handbag or whatever small you want for the day. And I think that was actually some feedback from the trip that ran last year.
Yes, the girls were telling me all about it.
Yes, there was a couple of women who came to Sri Lanka who were on that trip, and they struggled time. And it was just hard to get the cases into the train because you're panicking about, is the train going to go?
Yes. So I've done it in Europe, and it's not too bad, but on a local train that doesn't have much room and nowhere for luggage, it'll be...
Yeah. So to avoid all that,
so we don't have to worry about getting them on the train. That's great. I love it.
It's good. It is good. So much better.
It's good.
Very good.
So yeah, that's just something else to keep in mind. You won't need to worry about it then. And yeah, size of the bag doesn't really matter as long as you are happy to, pull it and lift it.
Oh yes, I can. Yeah, no worries with that. I just wondered whether it was mainly going on the boat on Halong Bay. I didn't know whether you were restricted in size.
Yeah.
With that, but anyway.
Let's just see if there's anything else that's jumping out of me. I don't think so, other than the fact that, because we are a small group, it gives us a lot of flexibility in terms of, if we want to call something short and say, we've seen everything we want to see, let's keep moving, or we want a bit longer because it's really interesting. I think that's really nice to have that level of flexibility as well. So that is great, and we'll be able to ask our guide for all the kind of recommendations for the meals, where to go, what to eat. That's, one of the best things about having a local guide with you is that they're just so tuned in to that, which is really, really nice. But of course, if you think of anything over the next couple of weeks, please send me a message, send me an email. That is perfectly fine. And I will be setting up our WhatsApp group in a couple of weeks. So if you don't have WhatsApp already, make sure you download and get that ready.
I've got that.
Yep.
Yeah, got that.
What else? I think that's everything on my little list.
Penny, just quickly, the first day, because a few of you are arriving on that day 1.
Yep.
What time approximately are we going to meet? Sort of lunchtime-ish or after lunch? Or
look, I think we're going to do it early.
All being well with the planes, that is.
Yeah, look, early to mid-afternoon to have like our first kind of group catch up where we'll say hi, we'll meet Fung, we'll just double check the tipping kitty together, and then we'll, be able to do a few things like nearby the hotel, just like go for a little walk and all that stuff, and then we'll have our dinner together. So yeah, a heap on that first day. Yeah,
because I don't think I get there until 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
What time?
I'm not sure.
Is that Anne? Is that you?
Yes.
11:30 you land. So yeah.
Oh, 11:30. Oh, so yes, the time difference between Singapore and there. So that'll be it. So 11:30. Okay.
I think I'm even slightly late. I think mine's even 12. And then Cheryl and Kath, I think you're 10, 15. Yeah. So
Cheryl, you're from Harvey Bay, are you?
Yes, and Kath.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry? Yes.
Yeah, myself and Kath, yeah.
Oh, so you've got another friend coming with you?
Yeah, Katsu's on there at the moment.
Oh,
yeah.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And
we can get all holiday inspiration for traveling
yes.
to Australia.
So when are you leaving Brisbane then?
I'm just looking. We leave April 15th at like 11:30 at night, and we get into basically 10:15 April 16th.
Okay. And who are you flying with?
What airline?
Yes.
Vietjet.
VJ, yeah, Vietjet.
Oh, Vietjet. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So where do you go to? Do you have a stopover somewhere? You must have.
I think it's probably
City, I think, yeah.
So it's Brisbane to Ho Chi Minh Terminal 2, Ho Chi Minh Terminal 1 to Hanoi.
Okay. So you go to, yes, because I'm flying Singapore Airlines and I go to Singapore first and then Singapore to Hanoi.
Okay.
But yes. No, I just wondered if you were going Singapore Airlines, but anyway.
No. We have Jet.
Nice. We've got a few different, Singapore, Vietnam.
Yeah.
I'm flying Malaysian.
You're flying Malaysian, are you? So
Yeah.
you go via Kuala Lumpur?
Yes, via KL.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Everyone's different things. Just a second. Well, it's been lovely to chat with you all. I'm very excited. And do you know what? It's going to come around so soon. It is still 4 weeks away, but it's going to fly around.
Yeah.
And if you have any issues with your visa, or one thing I will say is when you get your visa back, just double check that your name is spelt correctly and your date of birth and your passport number are correct, because they are notorious for making mistakes and also very strict about not accepting it. So I would just make sure you double check that. Otherwise, we will be in touch.
Right. That's great.
And you have too much to put to bed.
Yes.
Well, they were already put to bed, Suze, but that's okay.
They're up.
Okay.
They're up.
No more.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Okay.
Yes.
No.
All right.
Thanks,
Nice to meet
Penny.
everybody.
Thanks, Penny. Nice to see you all, ladies and
Bye.
gentlemen.
Thanks, Penny.
Hanoi.
Very much looking forward to it.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.